everyone, welcome to Point Blank. I'm Eva.
I'm Daryl, and these are our very distinguished guests.
That's right.
We have Elijah,
Hi.
Kiet, and Andy, who is actually came here really quickly after his in-camp training and reservist. So thanks a lot for coming to the studio, guys.
Yeah, I mean, the topic for Point Blank today is about NS bonds and whether these guys, managed to find their best friends in NS. So we're going to delve more into that topic, right?
That relationship.
That's right.
Okay, NS days were more than just 2.5 years or 2 years nowadays of compulsory service to the nation. It was a time for NS guys to learn discipline, and perhaps due to the amount of time they shared together, or
those
because
long hours.
Yeah, those long hours. Or because they had to endure all the pain and suffering together, many actually forged long-lasting friendships during their NS days.
That's right. In today's program, we'll be talking to people on the street. Daryl, you went out to interview some people, right, about their NS days and whether they kept in touch with their friends.
Surprisingly, some of them did, but I realized that the ones that didn't really keep in touch were the ones that were non-combat.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that they may have missed out something?
Yeah, no, because you're not in
The hardship.
Yeah,
They missed out on the hardship.
The hardship, there's no bond because you don't have the people that,
You didn't suffer together, is that?
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay, but without further ado, let's take a quick look at the
What the man on the
video.
street has to say.
Man on the street. Which part of national service were you?
I'm in armor.
Infantry.
Storeman. 2 PDF.
Air Force.
I'm in the Air Force.
Pulau Pawai. Tengah habis.
Ammo tension.
Have you been through national service?
No.
Hey, how old are you this year?
19.
Are you looking forward to national service?
Yeah, I hope to complete it soon so I can go out and work.
Okay, when you were doing national service, right, you make a lot of good friends.
Still some.
How often do you meet them?
Once a month.
Seldom.
Do you still keep in touch with the good buddies you made during national service?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so what do you guys normally do?
Hang out, have a drink.
Do you make a lot of good friends?
Just normal friends.
Do you still keep in touch with the friends that you made over there?
Just a handful.
Yeah, I did. Some of them I still keep in contact, but not all.
How close are you to them?
How close?
As in, do you meet them like weekly or?
No, maybe like a few months once.
Do you make a lot of friends in national service?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you still keep in touch with them now?
Yeah, about with 4 of them.
How often do you guys meet?
Every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Or to go out and all that?
Meet up, go out, hang out. Whatsoever. We try to make it a point like every week once.
Okay, because a lot of people say that NS is a good place to forge lifelong friendships. What do you think about that?
Basically, if you go through thick and things, if you're in a combat unit, that will most likely to happen.
But you didn't?
No, because it was quite relaxed for me in NS life.
Okay.
So there's nothing much I did go through.
Okay, do you regret that?
No.
Not a lot, but 1 or 2, yeah, sure.
1 or 2?
Yeah.
Why do you think this is so?
Because the real friends, all you need is like 2 or 3 good friends. Not really. You don't need a lot. Yeah, that's my thinking. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think national service is a good place to forge like lifelong friendships?
Yes, of course.
Okay, why?
Got good buddies, can help one another.
Oh, throughout was it very tough for you in national service?
Not really.
Not really. Easy.
Easy one.
Okay, do you think like NS is a great place to forge lifelong friendships?
Yeah, quite a great place because you go through hardships, everything.
Okay,
and you see your friends more clearer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You see like each side of them, right?
Yeah.
Through them.
Yeah.
So what are some of the hardships that you went through?
Like during training, then outfields, and you need to take care of each other in the jungle. Yeah.
And then you take care of a lot of people?
A lot of people take care of me.
Okay, nice.
Compare, I think secondary school will be a better place. Definitely.
More so than like other phases in your life?
Pretty much, yeah. You'll be surprised of who you meet. Definitely.
Why? Is it because you go through a lot of things? Or?
Well, sort of like the whole thing about going through things together, sharing problems together, and when you'll find out when you got no one to be talk to or something, at times when you're in camp all alone and stuff, you actually have these friends around. So the bond just follows on, and it tends to be a lasting friendship after that.
Have you had friends that went through national service?
Yeah.
Okay, did they say anything about it?
They said it's part and parcel of life, and perhaps it's actually part of life, and it's our responsibility to take care of Singapore, to protect it and defend it. Yeah, they say that it's actually a very memorable part of life, whereby they make a lot of true friends, go through thick and thin, and really find real brothers, they call it.
Oh, real brothers.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to meeting real brothers there?
I hope so.
Some pretty funny people you met on the street.
Yeah, the guy that was like walking away, I was like, whoa.
No, but I like the one comment where you asked the guy, do you take care of a lot of people in the jungle? And he said, no, they have to take care of me. I'm sure you meet this kind of characters, in
but
NS.
everyone sort of gels together, so it's alright. Yeah.
I'm sure that in NS you meet people from all walks of life, all races, different ages. Yeah. Do you think that it helps you to become, I guess, better Singaporeans, since we are, we are people we come from all different walks of life? Do you guys think so?
Well, actually, it's pretty much very big part of Singapore culture. Right from kindergarten, primary school, and stuff like growing up here, you already have a good mix of people from different races and people who are probably just PRs here and stuff like that. So by the time you go to NS, it just further emphasizes these points that, and you sort of, it's a stage where you can sort of clearly tell yourself that, okay, this is not just a passing phase. This is Singapore, and this really bonds people together, with regards to like race and all that.
Yeah.
I guess the moment you put on uniform and the moment you shave botta, there's no race, nothing. You just and get dirty. You're just one ragtag
bunch.
We're united. Yeah.
No, I got that idea because I watched this movie called Army Days, which is a very old Singapore show, and
I think everybody watched that.
Well, that's my only insider into NS because I've not gone through it. Like my co-host Daryl over here, who shares his insights.
It was quite a blur for me. It was just like, go through it. Over. All right, great.
Over, great. Yeah.
No, because I thought like when I was in NS, it was very fun. I was a combat engineer, so it was very fun for me. You do a lot of like, you get immersed in water until you're here and you see your 11B floating away, and then your friends have really got to help you. So I think that's where you forge bonds. Like. How about Andy?
I'm from infantry, which means that I have to tread through jungles unlike armor, I think. You have to drive through, right? So we bond by walking through jungles, swimming across streams, and just looking after each other. Amidst all the mosquito bites and stuff. Yeah.
Elijah, what do you think?
I think NS is to me like a rite of passage that everyone goes through it. And the way I look at it is like every body male pass through it. So you actually have the entire talent pool of Singapore going through SAF. So it's a good really opportunity to meet people and also to in a way to understand the different talents that they bring into the national service, because it's quite amazing. Most of some of my signalers, when I'm from artillery, so some of them actually have specialized diploma before they enter NS. So they already know how to do design work, they know how to do multimedia work. So it's, the nature of the soldiers coming in today is very, very different already. Yeah. They come in with them with a requisite certain skill set and certain talents.
With direction, in other words.
Exactly.
They know where they want to go in NS itself.
Yeah. And I think it's really the responsibility of the leaders, in the SAF and the commanders to actually to bring out all these talents.
Bring the most.
Yeah, to bring the best out of this experience, this 2 years experience.
Right. Well, I think it's a very interesting point that you brought up that, it's a rite of passage where every Singaporean man has to go through it,
It's a common experience.
Right? So basically you can be of any age, but when you go into a bar, you meet a guy, you have something in common by default.
So you're going to go to a bar next time. I went through NS, how about you?
I don't have that privilege, I would say.
But
you have that privilege, Daryl.
I know. Okay, no, but the bonds are like, some people forge very close friendships. Like with you guys, do you have like people from your original intake that you still hang out with?
Yeah, for myself especially, I think it's been how many years? I can't disclose that. A couple of years ago,
but you just came from reservist training, so maybe you have just met them. And
we bond from your recruit life, and then you bond through your years in units as well. So different groups. When you go through courses, you bond as well. So we keep in touch, especially now with the likes of Facebooks and stuff. Perfect opportunity to just link out each other and then catch up for drinks.
Yeah.
And then laugh back at what happened all over again.
Yeah, I've always found it very amusing that, you know, like, even don't know, like, how many years later, you can still recall that particular incident.
But it's always easier to talk about experience after you have gone through it.
Yep.
Usually when you're going through the pain, you know, you probably don't have much good things to say, but it's usually, you know, those are actually the little small defining moments, you know, like when you look back like 10, 15 years down the road, you still remember, you know, the things that you go through.
Well, Elijah, you just OR'd this year, right?
That's right.
So you were a regular in the army for how long?
For about 4 years.
Okay, so you're 28 now, right?
That's right.
Okay, so how's freedom like?
He's shaking at like how young you are.
Question, because actually I miss the people. I think what makes national service important or significant is actually the relationship. I mean, the people that you meet. I'm actually very, very blessed to work with very good commanders who actually took really good care of me. I mean, I'm one of those that needs people to take care of. So I'm very fortunate to do the things that I want, and to given an opportunities to develop the capacity and really to try new things. So I really, really miss, you know, those people. And I do meet up with my previous bosses. I mean, because for me, I think it's amazing that you can meet bosses that you can relate to. Because I mean, most of the time after office hour, okay, I don't want any calls from my boss. But you know but now, you know, even if you move on, you know, you still keep in touch with boss. I think Kit, you know, his experience.
Kit's a boss, right?
No, I'm
He's
not
one
a
of the
boss.
boss.
You're one of the bosses.
I'm a very small boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, Elijah is right. You know, you sort of, Eva, you're saying about freedom after you ORD and stuff like that. I mean, I was regular for 3 years as well. And having left the force for a good 4 years now, you look back and you really miss the camaraderie, the kind of, the bond, how everyone will, okay, if you do it, I'll do it. The kind of, if you fall, I'll fall with you. The kind of spirit, and it sort of gives you a amplified courage to do things, and makes you realize that you are more than what you can be when you're as an individual. You know, when you this, I guess, it's very hard to explain. You have to experience it for yourself. You know, it's up to everyone to make the most of their time in the army.
Well, later we're going to be getting to that. Kiat actually and his friends actually started a business together, and we'll be delving into more into that later. But right now, let's take a breather.
Short breather.